Thanks for checking out my video. If you want to learn more from me, I have a lot of classes on Udemy. You can find the links to a lot of those in the description.
So, thinking about some magical topics and stuff lately, I've been doing a lot of magic for hire for people, and one of the things that I run into, which happens with any kind of magic, is the idea that sometimes the result that you want doesn't happen, and maybe what's going to happen is something that you didn't really think about. Because when you send an intention out to the universe, let's say, depending on whatever model you follow, and with this one, we're talking more the energy model or the information model, the result that we get back might not be what we want. And when we're setting an intention out for something specific, it could be because one, maybe, your energy and your intention doesn't exactly vibe or jive with what you're looking for. Maybe there's a competing intention from another person involved in this magic or spell work that you're doing, like vis-a-vis like a relationship spell or like something like that, or if you're going for a job and the other person that you're competing with for that job happens to have like more focused intent and might even be better qualified than you, and you end up not landing that job, you might say like, oh, magic didn't work, or I guess I didn't follow through enough, or I didn't have enough energy in there. Maybe my execution of the ritual wasn't 100% with whatever energy I raised or the methodology that you used with your sympathetic magic and stuff. The coolest thing that I think that you can do with any kind of magic is be open to results that you wouldn't really be open to at the get-go. You're aiming for a specific thing, and that's great because we all need to have goals in what we want and what we're trying to achieve. But to say this or something better, or a phrase better than that, if you can come up with one or one that suits you more, kind of opens the door up, arguably, to sending your energy in a direction that will either bring you what you want, or you're opening yourself up to the possibility of something even cooler than that, that is going to make you feel just as good, feel like you accomplished something, fill that void that you're trying to fill with this one particular thing. Now, you kind of get into this like dichotomy or a cognitive dissonance with, well, if I wanted A, but I'm saying this or something better, then I'm not really focusing on that thing, that A. I'm opening myself up to B through Z. That doesn't seem like I'm focusing my intention like a laser beam, like I should, because, I've talked about this before, your intention, where intention goes, energy flows. So if you're saying, I want this specific thing, you're most likely to get that specific thing. If you work towards it and your energy's good and you work with, your magic is sound, then you're most likely gonna get that thing, of course. But there's always gonna be always gonna be factors that are outside of our control and even outside of our awareness that might impede our abilities to get that particular thing. This kind of reminds me of this particular topic, kind of reminds me of one of the 50 names of Marduk. Correct me if I'm wrong on this one because I don't have the book in front of me. I believe it's Zulum, where it's the random moving factor one. And this is like when a situation has a bunch of different things going on and it's confused and it's stuck. Zulum helps to throw in a random moving factor to get things going. And this idea of this or something better can kind of be that random moving factor of I'm opening myself up to what I want, or I know that I'm deserving of this thing I'm going for, or something better than that. You're going towards, like, you set on a bunch of job applications and you're really hoping for this one job, but then so and so knows so and so who happens to have heard of you, and you get a phone call out of nowhere that says, "Hey, I heard you're looking for a job. How about this one where you make this much a year? And oh, look at that, it's even closer to where you live now, and it's got some great benefits," or something like that. Boom. There's the something better that comes out of nowhere. If you're aiming for, like, doing some love magic for a particular person, trying to attract that particular person, guess what? Maybe that person doesn't want anything to do with you, but someone else comes out of the woodwork who is even cooler than the person that you're aiming for. That's why it's a good idea, I think, to put in this little programming caveat with your intention of this or something better. You can put it in the same place as "so mote it be," the kind of phrasing that you have at the end of it. People say, like, "So mote it be," and so it is, amen, kakamu, selah, things like that. You can put "and this or something better." So let me know what you guys think about this one. Have you ever used a phrase like this? Or in the cases of your magic, have you ever had it where you're aiming for something, but something that you didn't think of ended up happening that was even better than your first intended goal? Let me know. Good hunting.
Thanks for watching my video. So if you want to check out my playlists, I have, among others, the Simon Necronomicon, the Tree of Life, General Magic, Tulpamancy, a playlist on my books, the elements, stones, the theories that govern magic, and the gods and goddesses of Mesopotamia. If you want to check out my books on Amazon, I have Creating Consciousness, Magical Mechanics, Magical Theater, Handy Sigil Magic, Magical Movement, which is an update and expansion upon Handy Sigil Magic, Magical Mastery, which is a combination masterwork of Magical Theater and Magical Mechanics, and The Guide to the Spheres and Beyond. You can also find me on Facebook at Magickology YT. You can email me at priestofthenecro@gmail.com, and you can even check out my Instagram, which is Magickology. And good hunting.